Activation code required. Access granted. Warning. Evacuation sequence activated.
We're back. Welcome to the bunker.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another awesome episode of the S-4 Paranormal Bunker. So we are here tonight with almost everyone. Like, this is awesome, guys. Rock on. Friend, so we've got, in the studio here is me, your host, Cole Wegleitner, my wife, Kayla, my son, John, and then out in the world of Skype, and we've got Nikki Jacobs, we've got Rosella C. Rowe, and we've got Rick Persley.
Hello.
So, how you doing, guys?
Excellent.
Pretty good.
Awesome.
Is everybody ready for this weekend?
Oh, no.
Your eyes got real big there, Nikki.
Wait, what am I?
No, I'm not. I'm moving.
Oh yeah.
It's been a month-long move.
Friend, typically this marks the first big weekend for families going out and doing stuff.
Camping.
Of the year. Camping and doing vacations. A lot of us are getting ready for graduation.
Yep.
We actually just did our son's senior photos. And this is our first grad. It was actually the greatest. That is a memory I'm always going to hold, is doing his senior photos with him. Friend. And he doesn't even graduate for 2 more frickin' weeks. Friend.
Yeah.
But
As soon as my mom croaks, mine are going straight into the burn pile. Those will never be seen by human eyes. I think I'm going to be cursed to have them for at least another 40 years at the rate she's going. So, damn it.
Wow.
Bad.
Tell us how you really feel about your mother.
I don't even care. Look,
You know what? Don't
she could have $1 billion, and I would not want the money. All I would want those photos to burn, and she still would. No, you can't have them. I'm like, oh, you only paid $100. $100 in 87. So, how much is that in today's dollars? About $1 billion. So
Probably.
well, actually, ours only cost $35.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you probably shot them, didn't you?
No.
Oh, okay.
Actually, a shout out to Sheena Daniels with SD Photography. She did them for us, and she did an amazing job. She listened to Jalen, even when I didn't want her to. For the last photo he took, we did it in just off a trail, and he actually sat in a creek. And then the little shit actually expected to get back in my car after he sat in a creek.
I love that kid. I knew that for some reason I love that kid.
That's a good one.
So, and then we did notice, Rosella, that one of your kids was doing a band concert the same night as ours.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yep. Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What instrument do we play, or does your child play?
Mine?
Yes.
Okay, saxophone. So actually, really, what doesn't she play? She does the saxophone for band, but she plays the mandolin, the guitar, the ukulele, and the flute.
Oh, nice.
Show off.
Yeah, she wants to learn 7 instruments before she's a certain age or something. So, but she is going to University of Dayton. They're having a camp for high schoolers, what they've accepted her in, because you have to be in 9th grade, but they've accepted her, and it's a really great program with a fantastic instructor. He has apparently he goes to I think it was California and Seattle a lot, and he has 38 awards all over the world from Europe to California. So kind of cool. He's really nice sounding. So it's Professor Willis, but he's doing a saxophone camp, and she's excited. So it's a whole week in June.
Nice.
That's her main gig.
Music's going to come back, and she'll have a good gig. So
Really, I know.
so,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I know. I talked to her band director yesterday because I've been trying to get him to. I mean, band directors, but trying to get them kind of communicate. But he, I know, right?
Yeah.
Some creativity. But he's so sweet. He's the nicest guy. But yeah, getting him to write you back. And I'm like, can I have any kind of instructing teachers, throughout the summer? Never writes me. And then I got him in front of me the other day. So I'm like, can you do this for her? Because you've not recommended me anybody. And he's like, well, she'll surpass me in 6 months. And I said, well, that's so cool. It's fine though. That's 6 months. So, give her some experience with somebody one-on-one for 6 months. I mean, it's better than nothing. And then we'll go from there.
This was Kimberly's first concert that she's ever performed in. She played guitar.
Oh.
And Hunter, this is his last one that he will get to perform in, and he played trumpet.
Mm-hmm.
The moment I walked into the building, I was already mad.
Yeah.
John came over to me, and we talked for a while about how mad we both were.
Yeah.
Because the band teacher at Concrete Elementary and Concrete High School is a freaking
Band teacher.
No, he's an idiot.
Okay.
This is not a band teacher thing.
He's an idiot.
Every guitar was on the ground.
Yep.
What?
Every guitar was lying on the ground.
Why?
They're throwing a fit?
Because that's where they put them when they're not playing them. They just lay them down on the grown.
Yeah, he told them to.
Yeah, and some of them had their strings on the ground.
Yeah, they have them strings down.
Mm-hmm.
The heck? Oh, wow. Fire that guy.
That's
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I played dumb cornet. And they wouldn't even let me on trumpet. I got stuck with cornet, which is just discount trumpet. Of course, I wasn't exactly all that vicious about it, to be honest. Once I didn't get saxophone, I wanted, and it's like, oh, well, I guess I'll do band.
That's really weird because we had choices. Even when I was a kid, we had choices. But, my daughter had a choice. You just got told what to do?
Yeah, we went in, and our band, our high school band at the time, so we started in 5th grade, or 6th grade. And so the high school band director, we had gone to state and 4A. Texas back then was the second tier below. So the big Dallas, Houston schools. So we were down at the next tier, and we were winning state every other year. And our band director was very particular, and he was picking people like he was the head coach at the University of Alabama football. So
Gotcha.
they had shortages in certain departments. They started you out early because they didn't want just everybody being a saxophone player. They had this screening process where you had to blow on the reed, and you had to blow on the mouthpiece for the trumpet and cornet and all that. And they decided, because of my embouchure, I was going to be a cornet player. So that's where I went.
Huh.
God, I think that's kind of traumatizing.
It wasn't that big a deal. I got into sports and I ignored it. About starting in the 8th grade, I really just quit. So I just gave up.
Yeah, I mean, if it was never something you were interested in, like,
Well, no, I mean,
you know.
I wasn't like I was going to be the, your goal was to be the big muscle-bound shirtless guy in the Lost Boys on the beach. And
true.
I
Okay.
was a stupid cornet. So, I mean, you can't do anything with it. It's not like I might as well have been Kenny G, which actually wouldn't have been that bad. And even then, he got the cool clarinet thing. So, he got the alto sax. So, yeah.
Well, we had different goals in high school.
Wanting to be the shirtless guy on the beach within the Lost Boys?
No, mine was, you remember Billy Bob from Varsity Blues?
Yeah.
Remember when he puked in the dryer?
Yeah.
And then he said, puke and rally? That was my goal. If I could do that at least 3 times, I was happy.
Puke and rally. Oh my god. Okay.
Guess what? I was very happy. I got 4 times.
Of course you did.
No, my plan in high school was to be the biggest guy so I could be like Billy Bob, where I was carrying 4 people on the opposite team back to their bus so they could go home.
Well, yeah, you had and you were also strong enough to pull it off. Let's just say I'm not much different now than I was back then. So, yeah.
I mean, my goal was just to get out of there, so.
Yeah.
I ran actually into like 3 people from high school today. One I did not even remember. And the other 2 were like, okay. But they're like, I heard that you wrote a book. And I'm like, 17, 38 international awards, 3 world tours. I wrote 1 book, sure. But you know what? When you were like, they treated you like you were nothing, it's like, I don't care. I'll just say it. I have nothing to lose. But
Right.
I said it politely. I was just like, and I have 2 children, and I'm just really busy, and I wrote another novel, and I'm trying to finish my other one. Run. How are you? And, just like that. But she was like, wow, that's insane. Yeah. I was like, okay, I'm just going to throw it out there because it's like a book. Like, how many years of writing? Holy God. So.
Well, yeah, that they knew. Yeah.
At 40 years old, I'm now at the point where over half of my class I would have to either talk to them through either you or Nikki.
Mm-hmm.
They're all gone.
Yeah, well, I'm 55, and I'm kind of frightened with the amount of people we've gone through already. And
You sound like you're in a tunnel.
All of a sudden, you.
Yeah.
I'm not planning on being dead anytime soon. Yet, the class of
No.
100.
Hey, Rick.
Exactly how many.
We can't understand you, Rick.
Rick, can
I don't
you
think
hear us?
you can hear us.
A lot of us was early on. We had car wrecks.
Hey, Rick.
Rickety, rickety,
What
rick.
I'm saying. His Skype.
I love
Rick.
So 4 of us are going to have to yell
I
their
sent a
names.
message in Discord.
1, 2, 3. Rick!
No, it's not. Rick,
Hey, Rick,
can you hear us, Rick?
are you there?
Uh-oh.
Can you
What
hear me?
happened?
Now it's gone.
I think he got eaten by the paranormal son.
He was taken away by a
Wow.
vampire.
Uh-oh.
No, he did have a good point because he said, yeah, like car wrecks and things. That's what the one girl was saying to me. She said, yeah, wasn't this one girl killed? And I was like, I can't keep up with
Yeah.
probably. Like, there's early tragedies. We graduated in 99 and pretty much by 2007, I think that we had 5 to 7 horrible, like, deaths
Damn.
that were unexplainable and, like, fast. and people you would never have expected. It's just
Yeah.
Oh, my
crazy.
class is still here.
We had a big one grad weekend.
Oh God! Like the weekend you graduated?
Yeah, they didn't make it to grad.
Wow.
And then we had,
Oh God!
a few years ago, we lost 3 to fentanyl.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah, that's.
And we lost 1 to a 7-Eleven hot dog.
Huh?
He didn't even get to eat it. That was the horrible part. Friend,
Oh.
he got into his truck. He went into 7-Eleven, bought a hot dog, got into his truck, and died against the steering wheel.
Oh, no.
like a heart attack? How?
Yeah, just a heart attack.
He was young?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was, 5 years ago?
Yeah, so he would have been like 35.
Yeah, 35, friend.
Jeez.
I'm not going to lie. It's the way he would have wanted to go. Not quite true. He would have wanted to eat the hot dog first.
Yeah, I'm like,
James was that type of guy.
I don't blame him.
so Rick's back.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, what happened? Stupid earbuds. I forgot to turn off the Bluetooth, and my earbuds they randomly possess the phone and take over. So I was like, wait.
I've heard that.
I'm just sitting
I've
there
heard
going, I'm talking, nobody's saying anything. This seems suspicious. So,
Yeah, that's a sign. Well, we're
We
not
were
talking.
saying a lot.
I gathered. So I was like, yeah, I'm sure I missed out on some fascinating comments about my absence. So, yeah.
It wasn't an
No, it was
absence.
more
We could
just
hear
like
you.
people were screaming your name.
Hey, that hadn't happened in a while. Oh,
Not a bad thing.
All right, so tonight's topic, guys. We're now 15 minutes in. We should probably get to this. Tonight's episode is called "The Sun is Trying to Kill Us. How do we stop it?"
blow it up.
Well,
Whoa, let's calm down. Holy shit.
Hey,
Fucking government employees.
Don't do that.
Rick, I think you should go on mute again. No.
why don't we just make a new sun and leave?
Well, hold on. Okay, so let me explain this to you guys.
Okay.
NASA has decided,
He's mansplaining.
by their calculations, that... Really?
What? Sorry.
Our, the Aurora Borealis we experienced the other week. This summer, California is going to get to see one.
Ooh.
And not like San Francisco, L.A.
Well, this one went all the way down to Florida. People in Florida saw this one.
No, but like, it would be at the 60th parallel.
Yeah.
Is that parallel? No.
No, I get what you're saying.
Below the 60th line.
Yeah.
It is going to be that extravagant. You
man.
won't need a phone. You will be able to see it with your dead eye.
That's gonna be dope.
Kind of.
Yeah, seen one, so
It'd be kind of cool to see, but
to
I mean,
in order to get that, the coronal mass ejection we have to receive, that's going to suck. Like, Kayla's not going to be able to go outside for a week.
yeah, pretty much. Stupid sun. The sun always tries to kill me. It doesn't matter what time of year.
All gingers will have to stay inside.
All what?
Gingers.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They burn like crazy, too.
Yeah.
Are you allergic to the sun?
Yes, she is.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've had some issues in the past with that myself.
Right.
So-
I'm like a freaky vampire. I don't know.
All us with gray hair, we'll get nailed.
Right.
Yeah, like...
Mm.
And
Well, the UV has still been off the charts like since then. Like, it's been bad.
now, the other
I mean,
thing is, though...
And I'm
there is
in Ohio,
rumors
but I've
starting.
been getting burned easily just walking out there for like 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
There was
So
ano-
that's kind of rare here.
There was another rumor started about the Aurora. There is rumor that HARP started it.
HARP made an aurora.
No, they may have figured out how to make a coronal mass ejection.
I gotta say, I think I disagree with that one.
What's that?
If the ETs can't do it, NASA sure as F can't.
Yeah, I think I would have to disagree with that, just because of what it would actually take to cause that.
Exactly.
Nikki, don't hate me for this. The ETs, I think, can. I saw it in Star Trek.
The ETs.
I think the ETs can, because I saw it in Star Trek, and all they have to do is drive through it.
Oh my god! Yeah, I remember. Oh yeah, I remember that episode. That was crazy. Okay, but
I forgot about that episode.
Right? But I honestly, what you would have to do to cause that, I don't see us having the ability to even come close to that yet.
Okay, but what are your ideas on them starting tornadoes?
On HARP starting tornadoes?
No,
I mean...
Okay, so there is a government weather
thing?
program. And there are documents. They're not as easily found as what I've been hearing, but you can find them on the net. And it talks specifically about weather modification, including hurricanes, tornadoes, everything under the sun. I mean, it was a...
Well,
I have seen a few of those online, and my belief is the fact that, honestly, when they start a hurricane, when they start a tornado, it's a fucking accident. That is science at its best. Trial and error.
Oops.
Yeah.
We were trying to cause that drought not to happen, and sorry.
I don't even think HARP, but I know CERN exists, and I don't think HARP's going to get us before CERN does. So,
well, I gotta.
let's just start putting stuff together that, like spinning atoms around and finding dark matter, creating many black holes. That seems all rational.
Oh, they're fine.
Yeah.
Shut up. You just want to play with that.
I do so bad. Okay, they need to invite me down there, and they need to give me an hour on their collider. Okay, because I have so many things that I think would be so much fun.
Oh no. And humanity is toast. So we had a good run.
Had a nice little run there for a while. I mean,
little being the operative word, guys. Like,
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ! Think of how long the dinosaurs lasted.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, think about it. Kayla just blew right by Thanos. Half of humanity. We'll just do all of it.
Kayla, snap! Oh no. No, I don't want to kill humanity. I just want to reverse.
Engineer them.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to de-evolve a couple of things. It's going to be great.
First, we need to get the superior humans, so kill off all the Jews.
No, okay, so if we could just, de-evolve a couple of chickens into some raptors, and just little experiments like that, it'd be great. It'd be fine. It'd be fine.
Genetic modification.
Just a little bit.
Whole new level here.
On for.
Friend,
Oh, God.
do you think it's a possibility, though, that they are working on stuff at HARP, at CERN, at NASA, to slow down the effects of these coronal mass ejections?
I think they're trying to. Nobody wants to lose all their GPS, their guidance systems, their... if we had a big enough one, we would lose years of technological advances. So, I mean, I'm sure they're trying to figure out a way to make it so that we don't have as bad of effects from it, but stopping it, there's no way to stop that.
Well, the key is to just better insulation. Apparently, they and Dory's talked about this. This is one of his things about the EMP stuff and solar flares. And to his credit, it's one of the few things that he actually has gotten right. And we can, they've had experts on this show. I mean, actual people that work with NASA that, we can build the wiring. We can, get our infrastructure, but it's going to cost billions of dollars. Mm-hmm. And you can't go to, if you're running for president, you can't go to the American people and go, look, we know your groceries are out of control right now, and, gas prices are insane, and we got
but we need $1 billion to fix this one small problem that could potentially happen.
Billions of dollars.
Yeah.
It'll take at least 10, 15 years, during which time we may have the event happen and it won't matter anyway. So,
well,
yeah.
2025, bro, 2025. There's a lot of experts in the field of sun science that believe that in the year 2025, when we are at the solar mass, that it is going to have a huge coronal mass ejection, and we're going to end up having another Carrington level, except even bigger, event happen. This has been predicted for quite a while now.
We're overdue.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter.
Well, apparently a Russian scientist posted his findings of a link between coronal mass ejections and volcanic eruption.
Mm-hmm.
Because 2 days after we had the huge spurt of them, a supervolcano in Siberia erupted.
Well, it makes sense. Because with a coronal mass ejection, if it's a big enough coronal mass ejection, for a short period of time, but it will warm up our atmosphere, and it will cause the heat levels to rise about a half a degree. I mean, it's not anything major. It's like a half a degree to potentially 1.5 degrees that it will raise our temperatures. But that's enough to destabilize certain things in certain areas that aren't used to a degree of difference in heat. And Siberia, I mean, come on, man. Siberia is cold as hell all the time, and if you add a degree of extra heat there, then, hey, it's going to disrupt a couple of things.
Good question. What happens if something is projected through the sun, takes out about an eighth, and then a second round comes in right behind the first and ends up blowing about a quarter of the sun? What happens then?
Our entire solar system.
Oh, we're fucked. We're totally screwed.
Yeah.
Okay, that would completely reverse the polarities of we'd be done. Dude, we'd be completely done. If a quarter of the sun were to just randomly explode, we are not far enough away to keep that from completely destroying life. Yeah.
Yeah. Projectile through it.
Like right now, there's actually a plan because our sun is shrinking.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's going to.
And they have developed a plan to actually keep Earth going while it happens.
Oh, dear God.
They're going to move us.
Yeah.
Not to another planet.
Just further.
They're going to move Earth.
They're going to move it further away.
No, closer.
I've heard... They're talking about they want to move it closer for this. They were talking about pushing it further away because once it goes fucking red giant, well, we're going to have to go out past Jupiter. Like, all of this crap. There's been a lot of talk about a lot of things like that. And I just don't see how in the hell they expect to move an entire planet when we can barely get off the damn planet. Like...
Yeah. I have a question, anyway.
Yeah?
Is this full moon affecting the solar flares?
I think so.
It starts tomorrow, and everybody keeps saying these major shifts that are coming. So, and I do feel the shifts, because I just feel energy. But
I don't
feel
know
like
if it would be
it's gonna
affecting...
positive.
I don't know if that would... Okay. How would I say this? I don't know if the full moon would be affecting the solar flares, but I could see the solar flares affecting the full moon.
Bingo.
Oh, okay.
So the opposite effect, but giving the full moon more energy than it would normally have.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, yeah, you just energized everything by, like, adding all of that solar power.
I don't know, my phone still dies in 4 hours.
Oh my god.
So...
Stop playing your games so
it's
much.
not everything.
You keep doing it.
Get off of Facebook. No.
No! Friend. No, like...
We just need to find a nice little red dwarf somewhere, resettle, you know.
Okay, Elon.
I'm just saying.
That's right, I just compared you to him.
Don't ever do that again.
Oh
my. The sun.
So,
okay,
we're going to talk serial killers tonight, too.
No, that was worded wrong. The sun is our serial killer. Because really, like, what would be the biggest serial killer of the world? Something that kills everybody.
It's a new goal.
What do you mean? What are you saying?
Oh, Jesus, John. Okay.
Hey, you never know. I could get there one day.
All right, have at it, bud.
You got a long road to hoe. There's a few guys in the World War II era that got
with a few keys and a few codes, I believe I can do it.
I mean, according to this whole sun thing, you got a year, so figure it out.
Yeah.
You just need a football.
Okay.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
One football.
Oh.
It's a particular football, but...
Oh my god.
Friend. Just wondering, what would that do?
Oh my god, if you threw a football at the sun, it would melt. No, what are you asking? I'm sorry.
Okay.
And
Joe Montana.
Even though they
230,000 miles away.
Yeah.
It's okay because...
You're going to have to bounce that ball, dear.
Does anybody understand what we mean by what I mean by football?
No.
No.
Obviously not.
Okay. The actual launch system for the United States...
Oh, the nuclear football.
...is called the football.
Yeah.
Oh, well, shit. Okay. Let's fight nukes with nukes. Fusion with fusion?
Well,
is that what we're...
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, if we...
Okay.
What if during coronal mass ejection, we send...
if we were to send a nuke into a coronal mass injection.
No, not into it, but towards it, and set it off before it gets
set
even
it off
halfway.
EMP status?
Well, just enough that the...
So the shockwave hits the shockwave instead of hitting the...
Yeah, the radiation hits the radiation because there is no shockwave.
Okay.
I have a plan. We get us a starship, not Jefferson, not plain starship, an actual starship, and we fly around the sun at warp factor 9, causing us to go back in time, and then we can murder the sun so it can't murder us first.
Yeah, we kill it when it's a baby.
Issue.
Kill it when it's a baby? Oh
we have one known starship on this planet right now.
Nobody knows where I hid that.
It's made by Boeing.
Yeah.
So
We're doomed.
we could be waiting a while.
Parts of it falling off on the way to the launch pad. Oh, no, this is normal.
You know that
Dude.
it really reminds me of that movie Moonfall, where they were just like, "Let's take this antique and see what happens."
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's right about the time of the Independence Day guys completely, they
Failed.
full,
Yeah.
you know, they were been failing for a while, but that's when they really went full, like it. They went over the cliff. They jumped the shark. We tried watching that movie, and when Paula bails out of a movie, and bless her heart, she just wants to see most movies to the end just to see what happens. And she was like, "No, we're not going to finish it." So
It is a good movie, though.
You say Independence Day?
No,
Moonfall.
Oh.
he did.
You didn't like Moonfall?
It's Independence Day.
I love Moonfall.
Oh, Moonfall. I like Moonfall.
Yeah. The ending was amazing. Wish it went the other direction, though.
I'm a little excited for when that happens.
I've never seen it.
I miss him, mate.
Either of us.
Really? You guys should watch it. Like,
Yeah.
it is...
It's a good movie.
It's got action, it's got love, it's got loss. It's
got
pretty much a fucking Hallmark movie.
It's got superstructures.
It's got a giant moon.
It's the same movie they make all the time. Stuff gets blown up. The same stuff gets blown up over and over again, by the way. Always the White House, always New York. The landmarks are always wiped out. This is what they do. It's rinse and repeat. They just find different ways to do it. It's aliens one time. It's, climate change another time. No.
Rick, you do realize we have another set of 3 Spider-Mans coming out, right?
Well, yeah. But those are good.
Oh my god. You know what? We cannot have another set of Spider-Mans coming out, because there is something that I have noticed about Spider-Man. Okay?
He's the oldest fucking teenager in the world.
He keeps getting younger, and so do his aunt and uncle. Every movie, he keeps getting younger, and his aunt and his uncle keep getting younger. Okay?
Yeah.
So if we come out with 3 more, he's going to be an infant, and they're going to be 12-year-olds. It's just not going to work. It'll be like, check out, look it's Spider Baby.
I'd watch that. I would totally watch that.
Yeah. You would watch Spider Baby?
Hell yeah.
Oh, actually, there's a dimension where Peter Parker is a baby. In fact, in the cinematic universe, it's... I can go down to the comics with it, but it is shown in one of the latest movies when Peter Parker is a baby and he is Spider-Man.
Spider Baby.
Yes, Spider Baby
cool.
is true.
Cool, Spider Baby's already been made. Look at that.
It was in the animated movie.
That just made me think of the scene with Ant-Man in Avengers.
Yeah.
Where he comes back from the quantum dimension, he says, I peed my pants.
Yeah.
But I
don't know if it was baby me
or the old
me or me.
All right, Nikki just like...
But that also reminds me of a very amazing...
Don't... Fucking... God damn... Okay,
that also reminds me of...
Can you imagine being the parent of Spider Baby? Okay, I was scared when they started walking. Okay, can you imagine them just slinging around the ceiling?
No, Mom.
Come on.
But the difference is, in this universe, everyone's a baby.
What?
Everyone's a baby. The whole entire world.
Everyone's a baby in Spider Baby?
Yes, in that dimension, everyone is a baby.
Oh, God.
Well, then there's also...
What the hell do they eat?
Babies.
No, they eat normal food. It's just every human is in the form of a baby. They have, farms and all that. It's just babies.
They're just babies on tractors.
With baby cows,
Okay.
baby chickens, chicks.
Everything looks like a baby toy.
Baby. Like, that's
It's like Boss Baby.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm like, this is something so familiar that my kids love to watch.
So this is like Spider Boss Baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and if you also want a very good movie, I recommend that you watch The Velocipriest.
No, oh my god.
The what?
The Velocipriest.
Oh, God.
It is a 2019 movie. It's, like, so amazing. You should look it up.
No.
Like, just the CGI alone makes a movie amazing.
Okay, you know what? This is like when you told me, dude, you have to watch this new movie. It's called Sharknado, Mom.
Yeah, it's an amazing movie.
Okay, no.
Sharknado is underrated, underprivileged,
This
and it's
is like
amazing.
2 weeks ago when he told us.
Commercials when they're like advertising some horrible movie, and they're like, "You can't miss it." I'm like, "No thanks, I'm good."
Yeah, so
I'll be
John,
never seen that.
so
I like the unintentionally bad movies. Aside the Asylum, who made the Sharknado movies, make bad movies.
Well, you know, it's like nothing's like Airplane. You know, like that was like funny bad movie.
Yes.
Okay,
but it's
so
You don't do that anymore.
so John, we were sitting and we were getting ready to figure out a movie to watch or a show to watch or something like this. And we were looking on Netflix and going through all their new stuff. And John comes out and goes, "Oh my god, that's like the best show I've ever seen. You guys gotta watch this. It's the best
No,
movie
I didn't hype
ever,
it up
blah,
that
blah,
much.
blah."
I said it was just a good show.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
I
You
did.
went off on how great it was.
No, I
Okay?
didn't.
So we're like, whatever, haven't seen this. So we turn it on. I can't believe we actually watched that whole damn thing. I don't know why we did. It was like watching a train wreck.
You guys will have heard of this. You might not have seen it yet. Baby Reindeer.
I've heard about it.
You haven't heard of it?
Okay, I suggest that none of you ever waste your life watching even a piece
So
of
Netflix
that
is
movie.
actually being sued for this show.
It's like the whole Dahmer situation again.
Because at the beginning they say this is a true story.
It's based on a true story, but it's definitely not the 100% truth.
No.
It could be.
Yeah.
They're ruining a woman's life, by the way.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, well, that's the thing. If it is a true story, Rick, they're not. They're just warning people.
Bringing it to life. But I gotta tell you, man, that was the worst shit I have ever seen in my entire life. And then, okay, so me and Cole watched this entire stupid thing. So a couple days later, Cole brings it up because John's like, "Oh my god, you guys gotta watch this show. It just came on." And he's like, "Oh, like the baby reindeer one?" And John was like, "Whatever, that was a good movie." And I'm like, "Yeah." And so I make up this entire ending to it. And I'm like, "I can't believe that happened." And he goes, "I know, right? Wasn't that crazy?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "John, you never even turned it on, did you?" He goes, "No, was it terrible?"
Yeah. For those of you that haven't seen it, I'm going to tell you right now, trigger warning,
There's a lot of gay sex.
Well, hold on. It's
No.
not just gay sex.
No, there is a lot of
gay rape.
horrible
So
shit
if
in that
you're not,
movie.
like,
Just do
if
not
you're
watch
good
it.
with stuff like that, do not watch this.
No, it was a terrible, terrible freaking movie. Do not watch it.
But
Wasn't it a TV show?
Well, yeah, it was like a
it's-
mini series.
It's a mini-series, but it follows a stalker who's stalking a lonely, depressed guy, so he kind of invites it. But then he finds out, like, he doesn't realize she's lying to him until he looks her up online and finds out she's a serial stalker.
Dang.
And it's like all kinds of crazy. Like
That's
the
just
craziest
sad.
shit I've
And
ever
it's
seen.
actually based off a real woman in London.
That's quite sad. When you know your stalker isn't the first you're not the first person they stalked. That's just when it goes downhill.
Yeah, if he wasn't depressed before, he is now.
Yeah.
Like,
He's just one of many.
Yeah,
he wasn't
like
the first choice.
yeah, like he's just a rebound.
Rebound stalking?
Yeah.
Okay, no. Let's not.
Yeah.
You know, have you guys? You know, we were talking about bad movies, but sometimes you can get a bad movie that is actually good.
Yeah, like
Which
Sharknado.
is you watch
Yeah.
it and it's just like Samurai Cop. Have you guys ever heard of Samurai Cop?
Yes.
Nobody's ever heard of
Yes,
Samurai
no, I
Cop.
have.
No.
I have because my brother said something about that to me.
Oh my God! It was of all the the guy kept running out of money. So it was a vanity project, but it wasn't, the guy wasn't in it. So usually vanity projects, the guy's in the movie. But in this case, he wanted to direct movies. And he'd come over from Iran when the Shah got ousted. And so he set up shop in Hollywood. He'd done some movie making over in Iran back in the day. And so he starts cranking out movies. And the first few are bad, but they're not bad. I mean, they look competently put together. And then Samurai Cop happens, and it's like he kept running out of money, and he wasn't paying the actors, and he'd have them come back. The main guy, the Samurai Cop, had cut his hair off because he thought he was done. He had this long, like 80s hair going on, and so we need to do more reshoots. And he's like, I cut my hair off, and the director got mad at him, or the guy that was doing it, and he's like, hey, why did you do this? You can't do this. You're going to ruin our movie. So they went to the cheapest dollar store wig they could find and put it on his head. And it alternates. And there's actually a fight scene where you see the guy going down and his hair goes flying off.
That's kind of awesome, actually.
Yeah. But that's the point. There's so much. The dialogue is terrible. It's just it's like he wanted to, and the poor actors all went on to do other things. They all had careers. They succeeded in spite of this movie, and it only got released in Poland, and it was only known over there for years. And as the internet came online, because it was made back in the early 90s, and as the internet came online and people over there started putting clips on YouTube came on, and then clips started showing up, and the next thing you know, it's become a thing. And they Vinegar Syndrome is this company that takes these old 80s movies, they find the original prints of them and redoes it, or they clean it up and they put it back out on DVD and Blu-ray, and so that gets it on all these YouTube channels, all these guys that review it, and I've seen the movie in its entirety, and it is glorious.
This sounds like a Shazam type of thing to me.
No,
something that you remember, but okay. That's your Mandela, Rick.
Nope, it's as real as I highly recommend it. I don't recommend too many movies, but I would recommend that one.
Okay, Samurai Cop. I'm adding it to my list of things to watch.
I'm getting there. So,
don't you hate that though? Where you see clips in movies where okay, or shows. Now this is over here. Wait, it was over there a second ago. Yeah. Anyone think this out?
It's continuity. How hard is it to do? I don't understand how it's. The Star Wars movies have gotten into this, where it's we have a basis for here's what the original movies did. The prequels did. Yeah. We have a continuity. We have canon. You don't oh no, we just decided we wanted to try something different. No,
you can't do that.
No.
This is a story.
Okay. There's a whole thing that you can do if you want to try something different. It's called fan fiction. Okay. They already have this set up outside of the canon. we don't need to make films about non-canon crap. I hate that too.
Or we could just, make our own movie about our own thing and make it that way.
Rick, they tried to make their own movie about their own thing, and you said it was almost exactly like every other disaster movie ever.
Yeah, well... Yeah, okay, fine.
Shit blew up. The White House blew up. Lincoln statue.
At least Star Wars is not trying to blow up, New York and DC and California.
Yeah, it's just full planets.
Yeah. It's somebody else's planet.
Let's take out Tatooine. It doesn't matter because it happened so long ago in such a galaxy far, far away that we just don't even know.
Yeah, it's all lost to the records of the sands of time.
I'm pretty sure that's where humans originally came from, was Star Wars land.
Probably.
Mm-hmm. Tatooine, sorry. Not Star Wars land.
Jesus Christ.
My bad.
Okay, you want to hear something really tragic? I just ate my cookie, and then I thought, crap, where'd my cookie go? I ate it. So sad.
I have bewildered her with my commentary so much that she forgot that she ate a cookie.
That is really sad. I'm like depressed now.
No, you know what's really sad? The rest of us are sitting here without cookies, Roselle.
Yeah.
I have to send these things through the mail, but
You should mail each of us like a cookie.
Hey, man. They got overnight shipping.
Yeah.
I'll take a cookie.
Like, just bake a tray and just send them out.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
We used to do that for my grandfather in Nevada. He was a snowbird, so he would go into Pahrump, Nevada, hang out for a number of months over the winter time, and my mom would send him homemade, like dozens of different kinds of homemade cookies, and she'd pack it. She'd cover the box in saran wrap and in something else besides that. I don't remember what it was.
bubble wrap.
And something more to protect the box, and then she would start packing the cookies. And yes, some in bubble wrap, but her big thing, air popped popcorn. And my grandfather ate everything except for the plastic in those boxes. Those were his once a month treat, and it kept a heck of a relationship going between my mom and my grandfather.
Did she, pack it with, dry ice or something?
What's that?
Did you put it, dry ice or something in there? Or just saran wrap them and send them to hot-ass Nevada and hope that they didn't mold? What?
But see, this is during the winter time, so it's nowhere near as hot. You're looking at the 60s and the 70s, and it doesn't typically do upper 80s. So
Plus,
you're looking at cooler
They're probably going by airmail.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
So
Somehow I
half
got
the
roped
time
into
they are
making
at
50
minus
cookies.
5.
Yeah.
I got roped
50
into
cookies.
making 50 cookies for my nephew's wedding in August, and I'm like, why the hell did I do this? And my husband was like, wow. And I was like, yeah. Everybody in my little family here, like, all my kids are like, wow. And I'm like, that's how much I love him, so there should be never a question asked. Like, did I love you? How much I love you? I did this. Shut up.
My mom refuses.
That's like me if I ever make my grandmother's German sour cream twists, because it's layer upon layer of, it's like pastry dough, and when it bakes, I mean it's really super thin layers of pastry and butter. You just basically make a dough and you just keep adding cold butter, thin slabs of butter, and wow, it's incredible. And then when they get baked, they become these flaky little buttery, melt in your mouth, crystallized sugar on top. They're wonderful.
My mom refuses to make my favorite cookie now.
Why is that?
Because apparently it's really hard to make or something. I don't know, I've never tried. But
That's the German sour cream twists. They're a pain in the ass.
These cookies the other day, it took me 2 to 3 hours just to make them. And I mean, I got 24 cookies out of it, which is pretty good. But I need to make all this stuff. I was making them before Memorial Day to get it out of the way because I'm having a huge party on Monday. And I'm like, they better freaking make it to Monday. But I also have to make, I make my own chocolate chip cookies then too, that are really good. And everybody will eat them in 2 seconds. And when I make those, I make 65 cookies.
yeah, we don't, for Memorial Day, we don't make cookies. we're gonna make like every morning will be because we do the whole weekend. So me and John will cook breakfast each morning, and it's a full farmer's breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just snack throughout the rest of the day.
Come on over.
Hey, anybody's welcome. Anybody's welcome.
All right, we'll over.
But just so you know, if you show up for Memorial Day weekend on Sunday, we have a meeting, and you will end up with a job.
God, right?
Because it's when we do our reunion planning meeting.
Yep.
And if you're not paying attention, you're the one who gets stuck with all the dirty jobs. So
And you
John
know,
ended
it
up cooking
sucks
with me.
because
Yeah.
I'm usually at work on that day, and I come back and I've been like listed for 10 things, and I'm like, hey, okay.
And then I do every one of them for you, don't
You
you?
absolutely do, because you're a wonderful, wonderful person.
Yeah, we're just sitting around the pool, and everybody's kind of bringing a side dish kind of thing, do a grill out. Very laid back. But now all of a sudden I have 20 people. And I'm like, let's keep growing.
I just make pancakes. That's my job.
You do what?
I just make pancakes.
Yeah, that's true.
They're pretty good pancakes.
Debatable.
We take a
Hey.
sleep breakfast here.
I've been mastering this art for years.
One of these days, I'm buying a smoker, and I am going to do brisket the way it's supposed to be done in Texas. This is my goal. I have never done it. I am a Texan. I've owned one pair of boots in my life and one cowboy hat, and I only did it because it was in the early 90s.
Hey, Rick,
And there was a dance hall, and I wanted girls.
just so
desperately
you
to watch.
know, my barbecue doubles as a smoker.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
those
now I
egg
buy a
things,
smoker.
have you seen those egg ones? Aren't they? Don't they double as that?
Yeah, so I owned one of those when we first got married, when they first came out. We got one as a wedding present, and they're a great smoker. They are not a great barbecue.
Oh, okay. I kind of always wondered.
If you're, like my dad, he now smokes meat every weekend almost. He makes something new. And he's done cream cheese, he's done all kinds of things. And he owns just a little Eagle brand. But it's electronic, so he controls everything electronically. That way he can walk away and not have to worry. And it connects to his phone.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, smartphone stuff. That's yeah.
Well,
Much-
with his health issues, he can't really be on call with it all the time.
right.
Hey, Robert.
Hey, Robert.
Hey!
What up?
Hello.
Welcome, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, tonight we were talking about how the sun's going to kill us. Now we're talking about smoking meat, which still kind of has to do with the subject, because that's what we'll be.
Rolling out on Memorial Day. Yeah.
Well, he lives in Australia. He knows about the sun trying to kill people.
That's true. That is true.
Yep.
Yeah.
Top 10 list of things that try to kill you in Australia.
The list of things that don't try to kill you would be smaller.
I'm-
We're talking about
Have
movies
you found
earlier.
one yet?
No? Everyone
No.
tries to kill yourself?
oh, man.
Well, Robert, I was watching Crocodile Dundee over the weekend, and I thought of you. And my nephew is like, he's like 25. And I was like, you guys probably don't even know what I'm talking about, do you? Because it was on at the hotel, and they were like, no. And I was like, oh, God, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
It's what's happened
I
when you're a
thought
few
about
centuries
you
older.
last night, too, because...
Whoa, Cole.
Well, no, we
Oh.
went to that concert, and we listened to an Australian song.
Yeah.
Beds are burning.
Joker and the Knife? No, Joker and the Knife. By Wolf Mother.
Yeah.
Don't think I've heard that one yet.
And it's an 90s rock, like metal band.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the young guys actually did a really good job of it.
Yep.
Just their sound man sucked, so we couldn't hear half of it.
Yeah.
For him.
Kind of sound a little bit like mumbling, but
How the fuck is a band teacher not a good sound man? I don't get that. Like, that should be part of the goddamn job.
I think he's like going deaf. Honestly,
he is the choir teacher, so.
God.
The only sad part is we can't afford a choir.
Maybe he's doing you a favor, keeping it quiet.
Because I wasn't.
No, like, honestly, I would compare this kid to some of the greats. Like, he did an awesome job. They played Ace of Spades by Motorhead and Fortunate Son by CCR, and he did amazing on lead guitar.
Okay.
Like, he is really good.
Yeah, just not that great of a singer.
Well, that wasn't his fault either.
Yeah, but you just couldn't hear him.
You gotta turn
over
the mic up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't have the mic on the whole time, so you couldn't actually hear him over the instruments that were all mic'd.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
And not only that, but you guys grew up in the time of CCR.
Hey,
So, hey, don't
they were already broke up by the time I was born. Come on, man.
Sure they were.
Hey.
But
Damn it. Okay.
like they're a really hard band to sing, no matter who you are.
yeah.
I can
But
do it.
John Fogerty is not easy.
No, not to match. Like, it's easy to sing the lyrics, but
Hard to keep
Sing
on.
in your own style.
none of us do enough drugs to match him.
I can do it.
No.
With
Janis Joplin.
enough crystal meth, I can do anything.
Oh.
I don't think she sings that much anymore, to be honest.
Janis Joplin was amazing. I love Janis Joplin.
If she does, that's one hell of a trick. Just saying.
According to my first father-in-law, who went to school with her, said she stunk like a camel. I'm like, how do you know what a camel smells like? Up in these Texas. And
You're not
I went
surprised.
to the circus. I know. It's like, okay.
And there ain't nothing wrong with that smell.
And I think it was the wacky tobacco that she was probably smoking. But,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude. I gotta tell you.
You should have asked him if it was the cigarettes or the actual animal.
well, that was his takeaway, too. I was like, wait a minute. You went to school and, like, not for just a single year. You went, I went to grade school with her all the way through high school, from elementary school on up. I'm like, so your takeaway is that she smelled like a camel when she was in high school. Yeah. Like, but it's Janis Joplin. It's like, yeah, I like her. Like, okay. Then there you go. Like, bragging, hey, I went to school with somebody famous. I mean, I grew up with her. I think I'd be like, this is be telling all kinds of stories. So,
No.
Nah.
I went to school with, like, well, no, I grew up with the kids from Nickelback. I didn't go to school with them. We went to different schools, but, like,
you keep admitting to that.
yeah, because just to tell everyone how much of a dick Chad Kroger is. His mom is a wonderful person. Like, everybody loves her. I don't know what the fuck happened to him. So, but
Well, Denny broke Avril Lavigne's heart. That's unacceptable. I don't even know. I couldn't tell you one Avril Lavigne song. Not one. I just know they were.
Why do you have to go and be so constipated?
I love it.
Yeah.
Skater boy.
She was a skater boy. I said, see you later, boy. Yeah.
who sings that?
Levine?
You should let her.
Yeah, I know. Love you too. I'm so glad I stayed up for this. Okay.
Are you?
God.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh.
You officially made Nikki spit.
Twice tonight.
Twice, okay.
You know what,
They've been on the
Colin?
game.
Back on topic. I hope the sun does blow up so that it burns you. Jesus.
You do realize I'm one of the last ones out of everyone here to survive because, like,
Oh.
I don't give a fuck. Like, you guys will all be on fire, and I'll be sitting there. Hey, pretty hot out, guys. For
Big ball in sky wind.
I think I'll be chilling too.
no.
Okay,
Man,
whoever put the...
I got enough native blood in me. I can survive.
We proved that 4 weeks ago when we went fishing, and both you and Kimberly burned real bad.
Nah,
Friend.
I didn't burn. I just tanned.
I burnt. I was bright red for days, and people at work were like, ha 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 ha. Seriously, I looked like a freaking lobster. It was terrible.
Nope. You
What?
look like a tomato.
Okay, fine. I looked like a flamingo, not a lobster.
Tomato.
Oh, I was like,
Tom the tomato.
You're bringing
You
out.
look like Tom.
You're bringing out your inner
Let's
Elmo.
get your reminder.
oh god.
Gotta kill tomatoes.
Friend.
Well, look, now we got Robert singing over there. He's having a good old time. Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the holiday show. Off the rails. It's not even a holiday for Robert. It's not Memorial.
I know, like, it's not for him.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I gotta be perfectly honest, though.
Wait, Robert, did you not have a holiday last weekend?
I have no idea.
Does Australia not celebrate Victoria Day?
I don't think so, no.
No?
Victoria might celebrate Victoria Day, but the rest of Australia didn't.
No, I thought it was all of the Dominions.
No, just Queensland. Oh, okay, sorry.
That's a possibility.
No,
Right.
the states have different things that they do. So, like coming up on I think June 13th, there's the it had been Queen's birthday, but now it's going to be King's birthday for Charlie in that red photo, red picture that they did.
Oh, fuck
So
that
that's
thing.
considered a holiday. That falls right on the same week that they have an agricultural show in Rockhampton. So people can go to that on one of the days. I think it's the Thursday. It goes Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I think. But one of those days, if you hear something that sounds like farting, it's the machine I'm tied up to. But yeah, they have a show day holiday for that. Then they got the King's birthday. So in that week, it's 2 days off.
Nice.
We get enough holidays, I think, all the way through.
I haven't
to hear
heard.
everything.
I haven't heard anything
You
about
haven't?
Canada celebrating the King's birthday.
No.
No,
Huh.
I know
So-
we celebrate the Queen's, but
Wait a minute. So you're telling me you don't celebrate the 4th of July? No. I'm sorry.
well, yeah, we do. In Canada, we do. Because we're still celebrating from July 1st from Canada Day. It doesn't stop.
Okay. All right. Oh my god.
We're in.
Hey, so, you know, I think we need to pick topics that, like, people have more information on for shows.
You watched an entire documentary.
Yeah, you should know a lot about this.
I know a lot about this, but I'm not, like, yeah.
You've been watching documentaries about this your whole life.
Yeah.
This is what your life has been building up to.
Then I went back through my notes for the last week. I literally hear in my head John Wayne Gacy, the name John Wayne Gacy, and I'm like, why? because it says serial killer in your notes. And I'm like, son of a I'm like, okay, I do not want some fucking serial killer coming and talking to me. Thank you very much.
Maybe
I had my time of it with Capone. I don't need somebody else that is more twisted and maniacal. Hey.
Yeah, if you wanted that, you could just talk to John.
Hey.
No, honey, if I wanted that, I could just talk to the owner of the Demon Dogs.
You know, I honestly think I probably talk to at least 3 serial killers a week. Like, there are some really weird people out there, and I'm pretty sure that Concrete has a majority of those weird people.
Hey.
I thought she talked to you at least more than once a week.
Well, it's a name like Concrete, yeah.
We have some
interesting folks.
Yes,
that's why you're here.
I'm sure if it was named Wet Cement, you'd probably have a lot more mafia.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Concrete.
You'd think we'd have more mafia type stuff around here. But
You'd think so.
we got the meth mafia. I guess.
Yeah, we just got Methia.
Yeah.
Sounds like you need Dyson.
We've had people killed with samurai swords.
Haven't more people gone and disappeared? More and more people from Concrete disappeared?
No, they found the old gentleman that disappeared in October.
Okay.
They found a body in a suitcase that does not match anyone that's disappeared around here. And it was a tiny suitcase. It wasn't big.
Yeah, we find some interesting stuff in the woods out here.
Yeah. I actually found this really nice hiking trail up here.
Oh, and yeah, they found a guy. So when they were cleaning out Highway 20 to reopen it, they found a hiker that no one reported. And he like nothing nefarious, just he fell through a crevice in the glacier or in the snow and never made it. But
nobody reported him missing. Nobody knew he was missing.
So the Washington State Patrol put out another notice that, like, if you are going to go hiking, tell people.
Let people know.
Yeah, you really have to tell people.
The missing people hasn't really picked up.
E-pad with you.
Missing people hasn't really picked up because they haven't released the Grizzlies yet. Friend, we got a few more months before they do that.
Yeah, so...
Ow.
Yeah, they're planning on reintroducing grizzlies to the area up here.
Why? Why is it necessary?
Why does Washington do anything? Sorry, Meg.
Well, the same reason they reintroduced the elk to this area. God, I don't even know how many years ago. And now we're so overrun with elk. It's ridiculous. So now they're releasing the grizzlies in this area.
Because too many people are having picnics.
I guess.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be good.
So that is the way to get rid of them. You send out Yogi.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah,
better than your average bear.
But yeah, I don't know why they tried to re-release wolves here. That was a few years back. They tried to release wolves and get them to stay here, and they all just ran up to Canada and were like, nah, like, we're good up here.
Yeah, they literally took off.
They literally they were here for like 2 days, and then they went back home.
Freaking boner jumpers.
Like, they migrated all the way back home. And they're like, well, that didn't work, so let's take grizzlies and do it.
Okay, I just want to clarify something. They weren't from Canada.
Well, whatever.
They were from Colorado.
Okay. Well, they went to
They
Canada.
went to Canada, so they said close enough.
They couldn't read a map.
It's colder here.
Yeah.
Right?
Friend, right now everyone's worried about the spongy moth
Oh,
no
God.
one more so than Kayla, but
Why do we have to have, like, evil moths? Fuck. Okay.
Blame Godzilla. He didn't take care of Mothra.
well, I like how you're saying
I know.
this
It's the big problem. It's
in front of an Australian. You're calling what we have evil moths.
Hey, man, I hate moths with a passion.
Yeah, but Robert's moths actually try and kill him.
Yes.
Why do you hate moths?
Okay, this is stupid, but it stuck with me my entire life, and moths terrify me, because when I was a little kid, I went down to California, and I was playing baseball, and this giant moth, like the size of a dinner plate, landed on my face and was flapping its little wings in my face, and it got that moth fuzzy crap all over me, and like I couldn't get it off, and it kept flying back on my face, and it freaked me out, and I have never been able to be around moths since. They are terrifying. I don't know.
Was it like a huge, one of the big ones?
Yeah, it was like humongous. This moth was like quite literally the size of a dinner plate. And it just landed on my face, and it covered my face with its wings and started flapping like a crazy thing.
Hey, Mom. Did you know there's this website that I know of that you can buy a bunch of insects or different, like, little creatures?
Yeah, I know. I swear to God, if you release like 1,000 moths in this house, I am not going to be happy.
But it would be so funny. Until I have to clean them up. But
God.
I'll just give that to you as my parting gift when I move out.
Oh, thanks, son.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks.
I'll also leave a box of spiders for Rick.
Oh.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Rick's disappeared.
Kids are awesome. Okay.
I will be giving you a shell filled with buckshot
Dang.
as you go out the door.
Oh, I thought you were going to make a reference to he couldn't afford toilet paper, so you'll give him 3 seashells when he leaves.
No, when he leaves, I don't care what he does. He can use his left hand for all I care.
That's the hand I write with.
TMI.
Well, he would. He's dominantly left-handed. I mean,
Yeah, I have the devil on me.
insane.
I'm a devil child.
Oh, God. Okay.
Alien shop.
Yeah.
Remember? Mom pointed out her home planet to Hunter tonight.
I did. It was funny.
Friend. So, do you guys think it's a possibility that with us reaching solar mass, that this is actually a possibility of being our end?
I could see it.
No.
No?
No.
Because here's the part that's... Okay. How about the part of the end of civilization? Our civilization right now of what we have.
Nah. It's gonna be like another 100 years. I'm just... That's my plan. As exactly when I die, everything can just die, but until that day.
Either that or when you die, everything will get better. Which is
That
always
too.
what happens.
Yeah, okay. So, I know that this is going to sound all Thanos and, like, horrible for a second here, but every civilization eventually crumbles and we get remade from the ashes of whatever is left of that civilization. Well, a lot of these civilizations have been around a real damn long time, okay, and, we're reaching that point where there is no further up without a collapse. We're getting to that point of where we're more of a world civilization than we have been before. We're more connected than we have been before. Like, as far as our thoughts on actual history, I'm not going to get into the fact that I think we've already been here massively amount of times, but we're getting to that point where something has to happen.
Yep.
I'm just saying there is a tribe in Africa that would say we are not that fucking connected as they pointed an arrow at your face.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, okay, but that's okay. So this is where this gets weird for me. Is okay.
But that's
Yes, but that's the point. Is that we have different civilizations that are on different routes of evolution still. Okay, different routes of technology, different routes of everything else.
Man.
Okay, so
Cannibalisms.
yes, so when this, I'm going to call this a first world problem. This is going to be a first world problem, and our first world countries are going to end up doing something stupid as hell like we always do, and we're going to take down most of our first world countries. Then we're going to evolve from the point like the tribe in Africa that hasn't come to that yet, and those people are going to end up being the new first world civilization eventually, thousands of years down the road, and then it will just recycle over and over and over again.
Or it could be, again, circling around a bad movie. In the 80s, there were a metric
Oh my
ton
God.
of apocalyptic movies where movies or what started it, essentially. And this is all your fault, Robert. This is your country. This is what you did to us. So
Oh my
the
God.
entire
Mad
movie
Max?
is built around
I'm
the
nice.
apocalypse. So,
Yeah.
Well, okay, so
Yeah,
there's some-
there's been
That's-
Mad Max. There's been that other one with the zombies where their blood became the fuel for the vehicles and
right.
other ones like that. Yeah.
Mhm.
90s. It was like, the asteroids and everything. The two.
But-
Bruce Willis won the other one.
But the whole
Yeah.
thing with the building society thing, that was one of the thing about the 80s movies with the apocalyptic stuff was something caused, usually nuclear war, caused civilization to be largely wiped out. But there were these roving pockets of, people that were, that you would have the people that were the nice people that were just trying to be farmers or whatever. And you'd have the evil bad guys that would roam around and they would attack the farmers. And then there'd be the one good guy that was driving around like a 68 Chevelle that was all tricked out, and he would come to save the day. And it was, again,
Wow.
rinse, repeat. But that was generally, but that's what it gets down to. That's
Okay.
what it'll wind up happening is all this, the electricity will go kablooey. About half of humanity will go, or at least the industrialized part of humanity will almost cease to exist. And like Kayla said, everybody else will just keep trucking along. The people living on these tiny little islands that are cannibals will be like, and?
that just
So-
made me think about something, though. Okay? Because, we have put out so many apocalyptic movies. We have put out so many, and, world ending, where there is nothing left.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen Galaxy Quest?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Think of how many times a small alien race that developed interstellar travel picked up a radio signal from Earth and got for an I Am Legend as the one thing they saw.
Oh boy.
And they
Yeah.
think it's a historical document. So they come to Earth thinking, it's ripe for the taking. And they get here and they're like, what the fuck? Who are all these people?
Or they get Gilligan's Island.
Oh, we just gotta hope they don't get one of the.
Well, okay, yeah, to be truthful, if they actually showed up nowadays, they'd be like, whoa, this is way worse than they showed in the documents.
Yeah.
But
Earth 2024.
And we just
yeah.
we just can't give them internet access or we'll all die.
Okay.
Okay, I think we have more of a chance of ending up like the people in WALL-E than any other possible future. Okay?
That's only if Elon can get it to make it happen.
Right? I could totally see us just wandering around in little chairs being like, bring me my food, robot. Okay.
Well, I'm already in a chair, so it doesn't matter to me.
I will say, though, that has a different way of ending than the actual Wall-E. Because it won't be Wall-E saving a plant and bringing it to the spaceship. It will be Wall-E giving us the finger as we leave. Like,
pretty much. He'll be like, this world was better without you guys. Peace. Okay.
Hey, they're back. Oh, no.
Yeah, really.
I don't know, like...
Okay, so if you're gonna... Alright, here's the thing. So, if you had to choose a way... Because there's been millions of these with, like, aliens. There's been a bunch of these with natural disasters. There's been a bunch of these with solar storms. All kinds of weird shit happening. The moon falling out of the sky. Shit like that. Okay? So, out of all of these weird disaster into-the-world scenario movies, which one would you rather have be the actual way that it is?
Noah.
Noah? You want us to straight up just flood?
And I want to be Noah.
Oh, okay.
John, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Gonna guess.
Guys, he had to build a boat.
Star Trek Beyond.
And then he got to fucking, like, fish every day for 40 days and 40 nights. He drank like a fish. Like, he had the perfect life.
Yeah.
Got rid of all his neighbors.
Got whatever land he wanted.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha. And the only other woman left on the planet, so we're good. Jeez.
Yeah. Better like her.
Right.
Well, if you don't, she just goes overboard. Oops. It happens.
To be like Star Trek Beyond.
Okay.
But wait, so
I don't want to live my life out.
they evolved into a different race or a different.
No, just interplanetary species. So they're like, yeah. Is that what you're talking about?
I'm thinking of the city. I'm thinking of the city in the metal globe-like sphere where there's numerous cities, both upside and right side up, and things of that nature.
Okay.
It's big enough for the Enterprise to go into.
Yeah.
Easily.
So it's this huge space station. It's basically planet-sized. So
yes. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
That was Yorktown.
Yes, it was. And I've actually seen something. I've been regaining some of my childhood memories and little bits and pieces of them. I've seen something like that. When I saw Star Trek Beyond, I started screaming at my TV, yelling at my TV, going, I've seen that. I've seen that in real life. And it freaked me out. Hardcore freaked me out. I don't have a clue as to where I was. I don't know what it was like. It's something similar to it.
Interesting.
I was doing that with the Dyson Sphere on the Star Trek Next Generation episode. Because I'd seen that before too.
Well, there's some things where, like Star Trek Next Gen, there's an episode with Riker where he's literally kidnapped by interdimensional ETs, and the clicking that the people did at Star Trek, I swear it is so freaking close. I have close to a panic attack every time I freaking hear it, and it's because of the ETs. And I just recently, within the last 24 hours, had a memory pop up where I have a memory of I was about somewhere around 6 years old, and I literally threw up on board a craft, on an ET craft, and somebody they were livid with me. And I remember being completely and utterly terrified. And regular ETs don't do that. There are some races of ETs that just they're very loving and caring, and they don't do that. And there are others like this one that just they become irate and oh so fun. So yeah, I mean it's but to think about where you want to live. I mean, think about big time hardcore in the future. I mean, I would love to see something like that for all the different planets around, all the different races of beings. So,
I think that if we're going like sci-fi worlds and like which one I'd rather live in, I think I would have to go with Stargate, dude. Like, I'd want to be here, but I'd want to be able to like go to different areas and,
Yeah.
It'd be cool.
Nope.
No?
Absolutely fucking not.
Moya from Farscape.
Straight up Star Wars.
What?
Straight up Star Wars.
Star Wars? Yeah, you'd be a Sith Lord.
Abso-frickin'
In Star Wars, though, Earth still exists.
In Star Wars? No. They're in a galaxy far away where there is no Earth yet.
Yes, there is.
A long
but it's a galaxy far away.
Yeah.
But Earth is still a
But
Earth
now
is
they're
still a
doing
baby.
interstellar travels.
Yeah.
They might be able to find.
Oh, yeah. I guess they would be able to. Yeah. Yeah.
But they can't get out of their own galaxy. There's they have issues. They can. They just have major issues doing it.
Well, yeah, they're not allowed.
To the point
They had that in Ahsoka. They figured that one out.
Well, like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna get one of those police boxes, and I'm gonna go to whatever time and space I want to go to. That's it. I'm gonna be straight up Doctor Who.
Well, I want to live in Spaceballs because Bill Pullman is hot.
Wait, is that the guy that?
There's a planet.
Is that the guy that played the dog? No. Who's Bill Pullman?
Barf.
Well,
yeah, the dog. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, not the dog.
The Barf. Sorry.
Yeah, no, the guy.
The guy. Yeah,
Bill
John.
Pullman, yeah.
Who was in Independence Day as the president?
Bill
Lone
Pullman.
Star.
Yep.
Friend.
Again, still hot.
Rosella,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's not hot anymore.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Just saying.
They did a movie
We
about
will not play
wine.
quietly tonight.
They did a movie about wine a few years ago that was like, he was, gained a lot of weight. And I was like, no!
Let's all live in the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
No, I'm good.
No way to behave on your first day out.
Oh, never mind. I don't want to see Rick in lingerie.
No.
Any man on
That movie came out before I was born.
there are some guys who can really pull it off.
Yeah, there are. I mean, what?
I'm scared.
Yes, but we're not talking about the hands.
Oh god. Okay,
I think
so
it's from the 70s, yeah. Right?
so I think that we should jump on the bandwagon here. And I think we've done enough episodes of this show where our next one should be a complete musical. Okay?
What?
Or you
Shut the fuck up.
S-4 presents musical Wednesday.
Paul is on board. So,
God.
I got a theory. It doesn't matter.
It'd be
he is not prepared for me.
amazing.
I'm afraid.
I'm pretty
I think
sure I'll bring on.
that's where they're heading with Doctor Who because they had the musical for the first episode, then they had episode 2 where they didn't do much. 3 had the trans guy, girl, he, him, her, it, whatever, coming out of the piano, and that was a musical all about the 60s. And I think they would have had a musical in the last one that they just had, but they decided not to. So I think they're going musical all the way with Doctor Who just recently.
Right, it seems...
With Star Trek as well.
It seems like that's the way everybody's going now. Is that, like, every other episode, there's at least 4 songs in there that are, like... And I'm like, this isn't the Land Before Time, man. Like, what?
Buffy the Vampire Slayer started this nonsense years ago. I think that's the first one that first one I know of. And I remember at the time thinking, this is stupid. Why are they doing this? I mean,
people randomly breaking into song like it's normal.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Can you?
that wasn't the first.
No, can you imagine if they did that in like the Andy Griffin show, like back in the day? Just like all of a sudden they're all just like in a line in a musical stance.
Right.
God, dude.
Funny, I was just thinking that a second ago before you said it. That's so funny.
Once more with feeling.
Right?
Don't shoot the birdie.
Oh my god. Old Yeller the musical. No!
Here we go, load the gun, load the gun, load the gun. Here we go, load the gun, bang, bang, bang.
I used to love Buffy.
Oh my god.
Be like,
the Buffy episode, they did pull it off. They had a good plot. They had a reason for it to happen.
Yeah, called Once More with Feeling.
Yeah, and I mean, don't get me wrong. Musicals have their place. They do.
But not
But
show should be doing
they're
more.
called a musical for a reason. Like, the entire show, you already know going in that half of it's going to be singing.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So if you're not into that, you're watching Buffy and you're like on this episode and you want to know what happens to Angel, and all of a sudden he's like, I'm here for the party, and you're like, what the fuck? Okay.
Is he drunk?
Exactly.
Why is the vampire singing? What?
Exactly.
No,
Okay.
that's stupid.
Right? The only one that I think pulled it off and actually could pull it off properly was when Warehouse 13 did it, because it was an artifact that made them all sing and become a musical.
Oh my god. I remember that.
Yes.
I'd forgotten about that.
And that one at least made sense as to why these people are singing. Like, they got
there was an
whammied.
artifact in
Yeah.
Buffy, in the
Yeah.
Buffy episode.
Oh, was there? I have no idea.
Had picked it up and did something with it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I never watched Buffy.
He thought
No, it
singing and dancing might be good, but yeah, turned out bad.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, he thought of that, but that character thought of that, but the one that actually summoned was the sister.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I've never seen Buffy, like, ever, so I don't know anything about Buffy. But that makes sense if it was like a weird artifact or something. Okay.
Yeah, it started with a necklace, and then somebody else had made a wish at the same time. So
Okay.
Yeah, Zane just
gotcha.
summoned it, and then Dawn stole the necklace. So.
Oh, okay. So there was at least like a reason behind this. It wasn't just all of a sudden like when Grey's Anatomy, all of a sudden all the doctors are singing, and you're like, what the fuck? Okay. Yeah.
no, it's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
yeah. They Star Trek, and Robert brought this up. You said something about it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The Strange New Worlds did a music, but it's the same principle as the Buffy episode, where there was, except alien species, I think, was trying.
They lived on a linear line of music, and they passed through it or something like that, and got caught, and they had to sing to get their way up.
Oh, okay.
Klingons show tunes.
They had to match the right frequency.
Yeah, when you got Klingons doing show tunes, it's pretty awesome.
No.
Didn't X-Files do one? They're on they go back in time and there's a lot of singing.
I cannot see either of those two singing. I just if they did make that episode, I have to fucking watch it just to hear them sing. Okay.
It's like it goes back to Scully's grandmother, and they're on a ship, but I don't. I remember.
Oh no!
I don't know why I remember singing. I may be mistaken.
See, Cole, plenty of opportunities here. This could be musical S4 Wednesday next week.
Oh, Lord.
Do you know which one bothered me the most?
Oh, no.
Glee. When they did a Glee musical night, or musical episode, that bothered me so much.
Because Glee's already a musical.
Yep.
I know.
But they actually did one where they did nothing but sing. Every line was sung.
Oh, God, no. No.
Hey, Kayla, your song will be, you don't bring me flowers, you just bring me moths.
Oh.
Jeez.
I've been sitting on that for 5 minutes.
They said I was an alien. I said, prove it then. No. Okay. It'd be great. It'd be great.
Guns going off in the background.
I already told you, we don't have to prove you're an alien. You have to prove you're not one.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder to prove you're not something.
I can prove you are.
It's impossible.
One DNA test shows you'll be like
Only
33% Mexican. So.
But it has to be a surprise DNA test. This is like a piss test for...
Yeah, but
Piss test for aliens.
But no, all you need is a strand of hair, and we got it's laying everywhere.
Random.
Surprise! It's your DNA day.
Yeah, it's gotta be random. Just like
Yeah.
Drop the mic.
God, jump in the sequencer. Get on this. So what the fuck, dude?
We'll just
Oh God!
Well, that way you can't switch it out.
Yeah.
I can see that being our future. Just jump in this sequencer and we'll figure it out. No. God. That's like Gattaca bullshit. I don't like it.
So for the last while, I have been playing a game that is quite popular now, and it's post-apocalyptic. I've been playing Fallout.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been playing their newest adaptation.
76.
Today is the first day I have been so frustrated with a game I actually wanted to hit my screen. Because they actually gave me a mission where the entire mission is me going to the fucking DMV.
Nice.
And they actually made it into a real DMV experience. But there are no humans. Everyone's dead.
Oh, the robot.
It's just like the DMV.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Exactly.
Well, you don't have the right form. You're not in the right line. Fran, pick a number.
Could be sloths doing the DMV and DMV thing, like they had in Zootopia.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But how are they going to pick up anything and give it to
No.
Yeah. Well,
there are at sloth level in real life over here. I mean, they don't have to get to. We don't have to have sloths. We have the normal DMV.
this was...
But it was an accurate representation of what it's like to go to the DMV as it stands. So, yeah.
This is where they're all ran by robots, but every robot is a pretentious dick. Like...
So this is our future.
I have a question.
Yes,
I have
ma'am.
a question for Robert and
For robot.
Try saying that when you're tired.
I have a question for robot.
Okay, so have either of you gotten any information on Texas, a storm, a tornado, specifically a tornado, and any deaths? For the last 3 to 4 days, since Saturday, the other side has been pestering the ever-loving shit out of me about Texas, about a tornado or some kind of heavy-hitting storm in a city, and no timeline.
Well, they have.
It is interesting because you brought up the Texas. I actually was getting something about Texas 3 days ago as well, and I felt like it was a tornado disaster.
Yeah, I keep getting Texas, tornado, storm, death, deadly, and there's like two other words I've got them written down, but I'm not near my notepad right now. But yeah, and they have not let up on it, and I'm like, okay, I got the point.
Well, Nick Millay, one of the other friends I have, who's also a paranormal enthusiast, he was putting on his timeline or page about the line of storms that had been going through, and I mentioned to him that I would try and talk to the storm riders, which are the ones that the spirits on the storms that can control where they go. I told him that I would try and contact them and try and get them to divert which way the natives were going and avoid heavy populations. So I've been doing that. I've been trying to contact them. I don't know if I have or not, but it's out there that I have tried.
Okay, well, I can speak for the Houston part of it, which is there were storms over the weekend. It blew out windows in downtown. They're not sure entirely if it was a tornado or if it was some form of, because it's in our downtown, the big buildings and stuff, the wind funnels down.
This is big enough to take out multiple lives.
Well,
we're talking more than double digit, probably.
It's funny he said Houston, though, because Houston is kind of where I was getting it.
But there was a death in Houston. A crane fell over on a guy. A construction site crane fell over on a guy.
During the storm?
Yeah, during a storm. And they've had power lines down. I think a couple of people might have gotten zapped by the power lines. Nothing tornado. The tornadoes, Houston, it's rare.
Right.
To get tornadoes in Houston. So
that's weird. Yeah.
North Houston gets them a lot, but now there was a death in Temple, Texas today, which is south of Waco. It's in Waco and Austin on I-35. And Paula was telling me about that, and they had a lot of severe weather. That's usually where most of the severe weather this time of year goes through, is because I lived there for a while, worked in television in the Waco area, and when Gerald happened. The big F5 that just wiped the small town out right on the interstate, or it just obliterated this neighborhood. It just gone. Just hand to God, boom, see you later. But yeah, they get them all the time through there. It's the edge of Tornado Alley. So Dallas gets a lot of bad weather. I'm surprised they haven't had a tornado go through Dallas proper yet.
F4, F5 is what I've been told.
Yeah, so it could be, because it should be happening. I mean, they're going to be popping off for the next few days.
And it's due to something about it being due to excessive heat. Yep. There's some weird weather pattern with it.
Well, I mean, there's like a tornado headed for Austin right now.
Let's see.
Like, they just put out an alert, like, an hour, 2 hours ago.
I'm just saying,
if Antonio, so the big ones.
If anyone at Harp
Sunday, and I got it on Monday, Nikki. So, but I thought that was weird because I saw it hitting a major city, and I thought that's weird because Texas really doesn't have that.
Yeah. Well, no,
5 days. I've had it since Saturday, so I've had it for 5 days. They will not let up. It's driving me nuts.
I mean, I predicted the one in Troy, like my hometown, like years ago. So, sometimes they would have me every single day. Every morning I got it.
Morning, noon, and night with this one.
Especially when I had my hands in water, I was in water or around water. It was worse.
Yep.
They could very well now. It's not, obviously, Waco is not the size of Houston or Dallas or even San Antonio or Austin, but it's 100,000 people, and they had an F5 go through back in the 50s, and it caused untold amounts of damage. Fort Hood, or what used to be Fort Hood, Fort Cabot now, is right there, and that's 100,000 people in that region, in that general area. So, so it could very well. I mean, it's like I said, it's that time of year. Austin easily could be. I mean, it could get hit.
I can see Austin being it because Houston sounds like Austin a little bit.
It could very well be that. And Austin it's a big city, it's state capital, and University of Texas is there, and that's 125,000 people easy. So that's just on campus, not to include the general areas. Now, all the tech firms are in the suburbs around Austin now. So,
Yeah, I was taking a shower on Sunday, and I was like, what the heck? So, it's interesting you bring the same thing up.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to be sure, because they have not let up, even during the show tonight, and I'm like, earlier today, I was like, if you don't knock it off, I am going to reach onto the other side, and I will slap your heads together, because there's two of them. There's one specifically, but there's two of them. And I'm like, I am ready to slap heads and kick some ass, because I am tired of hearing the same damn thing over and over again. And it's like, the only time they get this intense is once, it's going to happen soon. It's going to be soon. I just don't have a frickin' timeline. I just know that when it gets this intense, it means it's going to be soon.
I know exactly what you mean. Well, yeah, I kind of discarded it after the 2 days, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll see what happens, because I knew that was a rare place, kind of thing. But we are in this weird tornado funk, like even Robert was saying, they're going through, and we've had it really bad here for many months. I'm surprised the last 2 weeks we've actually had calm, so that's good. I'm like, thank you so much. We're so sick of this crap. Grabbing all of our animals and running to the basement every time and living in fear is just awful.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You said,
I don't know how people in Oklahoma do it. I would never live there.
Nikki, you said they're saying it's due to excessive heat?
Yeah, there's something about heat and the highness of it. So I'm assuming, based on how it was phrased to me, like I said, I don't have the stuff in front of me right now, but because if I do, then I lose battery. And I'm down at 18% right now. So, but yeah, it was something to do with weather pattern and it being unusual and excessive heat, high heat.
Yeah, she said it. Yep. That's what I was getting to as well. Wow. Yeah, I got heat waves in my vision, and weird weather weird weather and wind.
If anyone at HARP is listening, Washington will take some of that heat.
It's on the cold side right now, and it's a bit much, even for me.
We could totally fucking use it.
Not here. We're at 90 degrees, 91, 3 days in a row.
We're supposed to rain the entire weekend of Memorial Day.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Son.
John's going to be cooking soggy pancakes.
Nah. But we're clear except for Sunday. Monday, though, was a lot of wind, and it says 69, which is the day that I'm having our pool party. So it's like, okay, 69 and windy is not great. Blowing burgers in the wind.
Yeah, we just bought a cord of wood for the weekend, and now, it calmed down. Holy shit. We might be okay.
For 5 minutes. So.
Well, yeah, but maybe Harp was listening, and they already changed it. Good job, guys!
And so Nikki and Rosella, it's in my hometown where I grew up back in Texas, it's 80 degrees right now. So 2 hours that direction. So yeah. So it's 1 something in the morning. Yeah. They're at 91 for high, 92 tomorrow. Yeah, it's and that's on the coast, so it's actually kind of cool. But you get to like Dallas and Central Texas. Oh yeah, it could easily be pushing 100. And it's for this time.
It's interesting. She said excessive heat because that's exactly the words I got. Excessive.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So it's early. It shouldn't be that hot this early in that part of the world. And yes. Now, no.
I don't even know what the temperature of our house is right now. I think it's like 71, and I am sweating balls. Like, this is stupid. But I just want the sunshine.
Yeah. The sunshine would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, like if it comes with heat, whatever. I'm good with that.
I'm the opposite. I'm like, oh, clouds rolled in. Yay!
That's because you don't have 250 days of rain a year.
No, God. It's a bless your heart situation.
Yeah, like, you know what it requires? You know what that type of weather requires, Rosella? Cookies.
An umbrella?
Fucking cookies.
Comfort food. Send us some of that soup, too. Cold's freezing over here.
I tell my husband all the time, hey, my friends on the podcast want me to send this stuff through the mail, and you're like, oh, you're making that? He is like so picky. I'm like, hey, I'll invite anybody else over here who's normal. We'll eat it.
Well, that's me up.
Just tell him, it's a pretty good deal. Like, we're a pretty good group of people, and it's not the weirdest thing I've ever had someone send me through the mail. We're not About 10 years ago, my brother calls me up and tells me, so I'm going to try sending you marijuana through the mail. I'm like, are you fucking stupid? You're going to put both our addresses on a package with weed in it. He's like, it's okay. I'm going to put it in a jar of mayonnaise. I'm like, I ain't smoking that. Friend, he never did. He got scared. But
good. Jesus.
Friend, he wasn't the brightest bulb. He still really isn't. But he's a good kid.
Yeah, he's like you.
No, it passed.
Well, you know what? We'll see how much leftovers I have. You guys might get something in the mail by Tuesday, Wednesday.
It's okay. You can send it by hurricane. Just hold it out the window.
We've got 3 minutes left.
Elton John losing his electronic books, and the father's there saying, like a Kindle in the wind.
Right.
We've got 3 minutes left.
What are we doing for next week?
Yeah, Kayla.
Yeah.
What?
You want to be a critic about the choices we make for the freaking show. You pick next week's.
Yeah, you gotta make the choice.
Oh, am I gonna be able to be on next week?
I don't give a shit. You have to pick the freaking
I don't know. Why would I know? I'm not the idea man.
Does anybody have anything they'd like to do?
How about, like, the most haunted places in the world?
Ooh.
In the world?
Well, isn't that pretty much everywhere compared with what they say on their websites? The most haunted place here. The most haunted place here.
Well, the most haunted place is, and maybe if anybody's has any experience going to any of them, that's a thought. Or, like, if you guys, I don't know much about, I've been watching this NASA show that's really interesting about, like, things that went wrong in space. I thought that was kind of interesting. So, and all these things, like, we could actually talk about maybe the astronauts and what they've seen in space.
I've been to a public...
Because actually there was one... So a movie just released, a documentary... I don't know how to say this. I don't want to call it the word I've always used, because it's disrespectful. It is a documentary.
Mm-hmm.
But I consider it a mockumentary because it's
only telling one person's point of view.
And it's more movie than documentary. But they just redid one on the Columbia.
But I've been to a haunted place.
So I consider it disrespectful to call it a mockumentary. It is a documentary because that is a real event that did happen. But they recreate too much of it without giving the proper information.
Well, what about like things that they actually too and maybe that's what you're talking about too, but like things that the astronauts have actually seen that's like they have them on tape talking about. Because,
like the lights on the moon type thing?
Or the knocking on the space shuttle.
Yeah, like
the
that
Japanese
kind of stuff.
guy.
And like, they said that they had a separate line for communicating about like, weird things, alien things, than they had for the like line actually to Houston where everybody could hear them. So stuff like that. That's like
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the deal. Next week, we are going to do that. We are going to do weird shit in space with our astronauts so far. There's
a Tesla up there. That's pretty weird.
That's conceited and narcissism.
There are Teslas on Earth, and that's worse. Friend, So, but anyways, and then 2 weeks from now we do not have a show. So 3 weeks from now we will do the most haunted places in the world.
Wow.
Okay.
Because I actually have one I want to talk about, and I'm pretty damn sure none of us have ever been there. It is on my destination list. It's quite
and I can talk
about
I can talk about my haunting experience in Seattle.
I want to go to Auschwitz.
Ooh.
Is it Gettysburg?
No, Auschwitz.
I've been watching the night watch series. Basically, it's all the people are doing the nighttime guarding and stuff like that of different places. How the buildings are completely different at night, and they have more hauntings at night for these people doing their jobs. And that's mainly over there in the US, but I'm pretty sure there'll be some down this way as well.
Okay.
And actually, I was going to tell you guys a little update in a way news. June 27th. Like I'm going to be going to Franklin, Tennessee. Actually, so Franklin, Kentucky, which is the Octagon House. And
rock on!
Say hi to Barry for me.
Oh, I know Barry extremely well. Yeah, for years. And I'm going to see Melvin, who's my really good friend as well. But yeah, so we're going to go really visiting more of Melvin because he's having health issues. And then Misty's coming with me, and then we're going to go to Franklin, Tennessee, which is another battlefield. Yep. So who knows what will happen to me this time, but my husband will be checking my car, like really full inspection after you leave. Because I did bring it in, and they're like, the car's fine. We don't know what you're talking about. Like, I don't even think the battery failed. It's fine. And I'm like, no, this happened. I have like a video. It happened. So we'll see what happens this time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for us tonight. We are done. It's time to go back in the fucking bunker.
Another show done and dusted.
Yeah, they're gonna call someone on us for an FBI, CIA, who knows? They're gonna come get us. We've been out for too long,
Peter.
Kayla.
Way longer than we're allowed. So, thank you very much for listening. We will see you next week with weird shit that happens in space. And yes, that's actually what I'm going to call the episode. So, we are with you every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you for listening. Thank you, panel. You guys were great, as always.
I know.
Fran, I'm hoping Paula will be feeling better so she can join us next week.
Will do. We'll get her on.
So, if Rick, health problems to come first. So, if she can't, she can't. Tell her that it is not a big deal. Friend, we love her, but we care about her more.
Yep.
Friend, all right. So, thank you everyone for listening again, and good night, everybody.
Night.
Night.
No.
Data transfer complete. System malfunction. Please evacuate immediately. Program terminated.
Son of a biscuit eater.